As a Russian tank tries to accelerate, a Ukrainian man stands in its way. The tank stops and the man drops to his knees in front of it. Then others rush forward, attempting to stop the tank with their bare hands. Filmed in the town of Bakhmut, northeast of the Ukrainian capital Kiev, the video is one of dozens posted to social media depicting acts of civilian courage in the face of the Russian invasion. The moment has been compared by some to Tiananmen Square in 1989, when an unidentified man stood in front of a procession of Chinese tanks deployed to quell pro-democracy protests, which has become a symbol of peaceful resistance. Fighting has been seen across major cities, including the capital Kiev, as well as in the rebel-held Donetsk and Luhansk regions, which Russia recognizes as independent. ABC News. Videos have shown Ukrainians appearing remarkably defiant, relaxed and even joking in the presence of hostile troops. "We share jokes all the time," Anna Andrewsick told the ABC from her parents' basement in Kiev, her children asleep by her side, as the city braced for another night of violence. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 1 minute 1 second 1 minute, and 1 second Anna Andrewsick's family shelter in her parents' Kiev basement. Humor remained very important, even as Kiev and other cities endure bombardment by Russian artillery and cruise missiles, the tour guide and history teacher told the ABC by WhatsApp message. "These are good emotions that we are desperate for. This is perhaps unsurprising in a country led by a former comedian, Volodymyr Zelensky, who has remained in Kiev to face down threats of a Russian takeover. We have withstood and are successfully repelling enemy attacks," he said in a video message filmed in the streets of Kiev. The fighting goes on. Countless Ukrainians like Ms. Andrewsick are hunkered down in basements, bomb shelters and Kiev's metro system, built deep underground by Ukraine's former Soviet rulers in anticipation of a US nuclear strike during the Cold War. "Social media is the main source of all the information," said Sofia Rabovetska, a Ukrainian stuck with her husband in Georgia, where they traveled for a holiday prior to the invasion. People gather at a Kiev metro station as they seek shelter from expected Russian airstrikes. Meet vectors. People can reach each other very quick, to share the information, to share videos, photos, social media, and like chats, like Telegram, everything helped us a lot, she said. Another video shared on social media showed a Ukrainian civilian pulling over and speaking to Russian troops broken down on the side of the road. He asked jokingly if they would like a lift home to Russia. Loading. Adding to the spirit of mischief, the Ukrainian Road Administration called for the dismantling of road signs, so as to confuse Russian soldiers. Some were removed altogether, while others were graffitied with taunts and insults. Loading. Ukraine's Interior Ministry posted a meme of a street sign reading, "Go F*** yourself," a reference to the final words of defiant Ukrainian border guards killed by a Russian warship earlier this week. The phrase has since been popularized on the Ukrainian internet, with Mr. Zelensky announcing the 13 border guards would posthumously be named Heroes of Ukraine. Loading. The National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, meanwhile, has urged citizens to engage in cocktail resistance, referring to makeshift firebombs known as Molotov cocktails. "While our partners load planes and cars with weapons for Ukraine, we are preparing our branded brotherly gift for the Russian bastards," the council said in a social media post. "We are arming ourselves, preparing, destroying the occupiers. Please keep an eye on us." Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister Mikhailo Fedorov said the country was creating an IT army to combat Russian cyber attacks. Ms. Andrewsick is among those intending to stay in Kiev despite the Russian threat. "I still believe that my strength is to be in the place that I belong to," she said. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 7 minutes 52 seconds 7 Kiev resident Anna Andrewsick has chosen to stay in the capital with her family. Ms. Rabovetska said memes and jokes were helping keep Ukrainians' morale high as authorities call for civilians to be part of the resistance. Humor helps people at LOT+. People here are big fans of humor, she said. Sofia Rabovetska and her husband were enjoying a ski holiday before the invasion of Ukraine. Supplied. Usually humor helped us just not only to survive, but also to defend our psychological well-being. Please keep an eye on us and help us, Ms. Rabovetska added. We will rebuild Ukraine, and we will be the new symbol of freedom. The United Nations Refugee Agency says more than 150,000 Ukrainian refugees have already fled into neighboring countries, around half of them into Poland. The UN warns that as many as 5 million Ukrainians could become refugees as a result of the conflict. Poland has established reception centers to welcome the refugees, while Germany's Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said, "We need to do everything to accept without delay the people who are now fleeing the bombs, the tanks,